So I just finished a small workout here at home, and I thought I would take a minute and just kind of walk you guys through a couple of stretches that I do to benefit my hips. Two things: I'm stretching out my hip flexors, my quads, as well as my hamstrings, and loosening off across my lower back. Two simple moves, and all you need is a wall. I like to have a mat, or if you've got a blanket or something, you're going to need some cushion for coming down onto your knees. But to start with, I just bring myself to bottom on the wall, and I walk my feet out, and they are under my hips. Straightening up the legs is optional. You can keep them slightly bent. This can be pretty intense for the hamstrings. I like to come in with a slightly bent knee. So I'm taking myself, and I'm going to tip my pelvis. As I do, I may have to make room on the wall for my sit bones to actually come to sit on the wall and lift up past. So as I'm folding forward, you'll begin to feel that stretch in your hamstrings, and you can decide, exactly how far you want to come with this. And so what I do is I bring myself into whatever my stretch happens to be. And in stretching, I always caution comfortably uncomfortable. You want to feel the stretch. You don't want to be experiencing pain anywhere. If you're experiencing pain while you're stretching, you need to stop. There is a difference between pain and a stretching muscle, and you probably know the difference. If you don't, we should talk. Anyways, feet are flat on the floor, and I'm going to just slowly start using my breath to allow myself to fold over. Relaxing the head, neck, and shoulders, but maintaining my integrity in my lower back, so that as I'm breathing, I'm filling up the space across my lower back. If I want to increase this, I can start to reach for the wall behind me. I can put my hands down on the floor to help pull me in deeper. Nice stretch through the hamstring. If you're feeling any pain in the back of your knees, keep the knees slightly bent. You want to stretch, but you also want to respect your body. You have to listen to the cues that your body is giving you. All right? So the other stretch is a little more difficult to get into, but hip flexor out front and quad stretch. And this one, again, modify to whatever you need at that time. So hands are going to come down. I'm going to have you bring both feet to the wall. And we're going to take, let's start with our right. We'll bring the right leg up the wall so that our shin, is on the wall. And then I want you to slide that leg all the way down until your knee comes to the wall. All right, so your shin is pressed into the wall, your knee is comfortably on the floor. I take both hands over to the side at this point, and I bring my left foot forward. So I'm kind of in a lizard pose. And right away here, just by being right here and tipping my pelvis, I'm getting an amazing stretch. If you want more, you can bring yourself up. All right, so lifting it up, the pelvis is tipping forward. So you're tucking your tail under you, pulling back, small back bend, lift up and pull back. All right, so then breathe through this one. Amazing stretch through the quad. If you're experiencing any pain in your knees, abort, okay? You don't want to be in any kind of a position. When it's a war between your hips and your knees, your hips will always win, and we need to look after our knees. So I hang out here for a few breaths, then I bring it down, slide that leg back, setting up in position, bring the other leg forward. Again, heel under the knee, lined up with the hip, and I'm going to lift if that's available, and looking straight ahead. Nice deep breaths. People think that they have to work in a stretch. The magic happens when you settle, when you surrender, when you soften into that stretch is when you can make the space. It shouldn't be work. Take your time. Namaste at home.